Hi everyone, this is Dee with the Paper Drawer. I wanted to share with you, as I mentioned in my last video, a process for Momigami paper, the Japanese paper. It means kneading. And like I said, I've been kind of looking at this for quite a long time, and I really love it. I love it because it's got texture, and it's great for mixed media. It's great for background. It's great for a lot of things. So I went ahead and played with some, and I used hand lotion. You can use oil, like Western oil, olive oil people use. It does dry, so I think it could be pretty sturdy. I kind of debated about that, but as this dried and I've been watching a lot of videos, it's pretty strong. So these are the pieces that I made. I'm experimenting. Again, I love this one. Sometimes they tear. If you're really, really careful, you can get it so it doesn't tear. And personally, I don't mind all the tears in it. So these are a few of the samples that I did, and I'll show you how I did it, and I'll show you the next step of putting the lotion on it. If you don't put lotion on it, it's a little stiff. I'm okay with that too. Again, I like to use Mod Podge or some kind of matte medium to glue it down and then just kind of scrunch it. So that works well. I did these because they're great backgrounds. Okay, one-sided. The thinner the paper, really, the better it is. The cardstock, I don't think, is going to be that great. I haven't tried it, but I don't think you're going to get the result. That's my personal opinion without trying it. So I need scrapbook paper like I have a hole in the head. So I went to Joann's, and Joann's may be closing, and there's a lot of scrapbook paper that's being discontinued by the manufacturer. So I went there, and I'm not going to even tell you what I bought, but I found this tablet, this pad, and it's very similar, if you all remember, the Hobby Lobby paper pad. It was big like this. And some of these papers I kind of recognize. They were in the other book that I had from Hobby Lobby. This is Park Lane, and that is the Joann's brand. But this is the paper that I use because it's thin, it's one-sided. Excuse me. So I kind of just went through. I can use this one. I'll use this one, for example. I'm getting braver about using my paper. I usually try and hoard it, but I'm getting a lot braver to just tear it and just use it. I like that herringbone. I like this part on the side here. So let's just do this one. Try not to keep you too long, but I do want to show you. I love this, the background. But it's got some great paper in it for, I might do this one too. Okay, let's just do 4. But again, one-sided works better. Sometimes maybe the cheaper, the better. It just may tear. You got to be careful because it actually just, of course, softens the fibers and breaks the paper down. If you have an Ollie's near you, that might be a good resource. I've got some scrapbook paper that's really cool from Ollie's. I just haven't used it yet. But what I do is, instead of using the lotion in my hand and scrunching the paper, because basically what I've seen is you're putting oil on your hands, and then you're actually folding the paper. And they say to fold the corners first so they don't tear and everything else, but it doesn't really matter to me. So once you start rolling it, then you do all this kind of stuff, and then you got to keep squishing it, and I can't seem to do that. My hands are not that strong. So I just do this. I fold the paper, okay? Then I thought of this. I got a pan of water, and I just stick the paper in, okay? And this breaks it down. So I'll do this. It doesn't matter which way you fold it. I'll do it to all the sheets that I tore out. Okay, you don't have to fold it perfect either. Okay, I just let it soak in there. Don't let it soak too long because, again, it's going to break the fiber. I just let it sit in there. I just kind of fold it and stuff it in there. Okay. Just so you get it in the pan. Okay. So then what I do is just let it soak. This one's getting softer, but and you can see it kind of tearing on the side a little bit and curling. So what I'll do is I'll take it out and I'll squeeze it, take some of the water out. I'll open it up gently, and as you can see, it's already breaking down. And let me move this out of the way. I just unfold this like this. I need to get the other ones out too, so I'm going to just do all of them for you. Okay, so this is what it is, and then I just ball it up. It's a lot softer, so that's why, because normally people are doing this all the time to scrunch it so that you get that look. That takes a lot, especially when you've got, stiff paper. I mean, for me, it's hard. So I just go ahead and take it out of the water, unfold it. I can feel it very, very flimsy. And then I just ball it up like that. I do the same thing with this one. And see, it's already torn right here. That's okay, because it's probably going to tear. Squeeze the excess water out. Okay, one more. That's okay. I'm trying not to leave it in too long because it's going to get very, very fragile. To me, it seems like it's a quicker way to soften the paper and to manipulate it. Okay. So this doesn't feel like it's very wet, but it'll be all right. So just undo it and then ball it up. And then you can squeeze the excess water out. Usually there's not going to be much excess water, but I just do this. So you've got all these little balls. Then when you open it up, just be careful. It will tear. There's probably another method where you could do it a little more methodical, but I don't really mind. I'm looking for that torn, ragged look. So it doesn't matter if mine tears. But again, if you open it up gently, you can get it pretty intact. This one's not bad. So that's what it's going to look like. And if you want more wrinkles in it, and when it dries, this is what it's going to dry to. So it might be just fine. Look at the back of that, right? But again, if I wanted it a little bit more wrinkled, I might leave it this way for a little while. If you let it dry, though, too much, you will definitely have it torn as you undo it. So I just sometimes shake it, and I'll lay it down on a piece of cardboard. Just roll it again. You can do it really, really tight, too. But again, just be careful when you unroll it. Again, you can shake it, too, a little bit to get some of the tightness out so you can open it up. This one tore here, but I like that. Okay, and it's got a big tear right here, but I love that. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll put it on a piece of cardboard. I have another garage, so I'll just lay it in there to dry. If the sun comes out, I'll put it on my coffee guide board, if you saw my Instagram post, and it will dry on the board outside, okay, on my deck. So that's what these will look like, and I think they would be really, really cool. I'm going to show you the other step. So that's what it's going to look like. I got 2 holes in this one. I got a tear right here, and that's good. I kind of like it when it's all torn up. I don't want to stretch it out too much. You can. I'll show you that in a minute. Well, I'll show you with this one. Basically, I just did this. You're not going to lose much wrinkle if you do it, so it's not really that much of a big deal. But that's how I do the Momigami, okay? And again, that's what these look like. This already has the lotion on it, and this one does not, okay? And it's really, really stiff. You can use it this way. I might even do that myself, is use it this way. I love that paper. But this is how you'll soften this. So you get your lotion. I'll just do 3 squirts or whatever. Okay, rub it in my hand. Pick up a paper and like a towel, just kind of rub it all over the paper. I get the edges. Those edges are torn, but I like that. I might just leave that as is so I can use it in mixed media. Okay, you can straighten out a corner. And I have even balled this up again to get it, once it gets soft. But I try not to do that because I don't want to get every corner. I like the stiffness on some of this. But you can always ball it up again. See, you can always ball it up again. Get the hand lotion or oil all over it again, and then just gently undo it again. This is a little risky because you're probably going to tear a lot more than as if it was wet, and I am tearing it. Again, it's okay because that's kind of what I want. So there's more holes in it, right? This is still kind of stiff, so you can just get a little more hand cream or oil. Just tear that piece off, okay? And you can soften it. If you let it sit, you're not going to feel the glycerin in the lotion or anything. Just let it sit for a while, and it'll just absorb. And again, I did find that it was pretty strong once it's all dried and everything. So it feels like cloth is what it is. Okay, so that's that. And that's what this was. I'm going to quickly do this one for you. I don't want to keep you, but it's kind of fun to do. And I like this. I like the butterfly one, but I might keep that as is where it's really, really stiff. That could be great background, or put on a journal card or something, or on the cover. It would be really cool on a cover. So this one's really stiff, so I'm just going to put a little more lotion on, and I'm just going to keep rubbing it until it gets pretty soft. And you can see where it is getting soft, and it manipulates really, really well. But that's all you do, and like I said, it's kind of a quick way to do Momigami. I like the result, and it looks, like I said on my Instagram post, I don't know if there is an original Momigami, but it has the look and the feel rather than constantly kneading it. If you're not able to knead it like myself, this is a great way to get the same, very similar result. So see, this is really pliable now. That's just, I wanted to share that idea. I love how that's torn. I was watching a lady, I can't recall her name now, because I've been looking at so many videos on this to try and find a way that I can do this for myself. And what she did, and I'm going to incorporate it because I also slow stitch, she has taken bits of paper, and I pinned this for an example, and she used it as background, and then she just slow stitch on the paper, or through the paper. This is just a piece of coffee dyed muslin that I had in my box. I just wanted to show you that you can add things to it, and you can make it a focal point or something, but slow stitch would be great. I might have to do this paper. I think I have another sheet of it, but I love this paper, and I do want to use it in a certain way, I've decided. So I'm just going to put lotion on my hand, and I'm just going to soften it. Again, that's all it's doing is the hand lotion is just softening the paper so that it's pliable, and maybe it's more versatile to use. Like I said, I really like the crunchy, the hard of it, but I really like this paper, so I think it would behoove me to put lotion on it, and I can maybe do more things with it, maybe. But look, it just turned really pliable. It's kind of an interesting thing. It's got holes in it, which I love. But this is Momigami, again, the Japanese word for kneading, like kneading bread. They have a whole new, not new, but they have a whole process where it goes into some sort of ink, and they start that process. So that's this. It turned out really cool. It's soft, it's pliable. It just changes everything once you get the lotion on it, or the oil, whichever you choose to use. But I wanted to share this with you because I kind of figured this out and I thought it works for me. It's an easy way. It's just easier on your hands. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you try it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.